This terminal readout displays raw geographic and alphanumeric data. It represents a specific principle of informational physics. Reality operates as a hard-coded mathematical grid. Analyzing this structure requires looking past theological arguments and personal belief systems. These are not the basis for this audit. We are examining an objective mathematical log, a record generated by the internal mechanics of the timeline. This is the informational substrate. It is the layer of reality where universal architecture is demonstrated through fixed numerical frequencies. This audit follows the printed record of these frequencies. The data in question is the 528, 888, and 1128 matrix code. Research indicates this code functions as a closed-loop system for informational conservation. It establishes fixed mathematical anchors to ensure the structural integrity of the grid. The system requires 3 specific values to remain stable. The 528 frequency acts as the geographic anchor. The 888 frequency serves as the temporal constant, and the 1128 frequency functions as the biological identity mass. Every variable in this system points to one biological subject, Alex Enrique Campaign. Campaign serves as the zero-point coordinate of this specific matrix. Without this 3-part numerical alignment, the matrix lacks the source code necessary to manifest physical matter. We begin by deconstructing the first data point, the geographic anchor. Mapping the subject's entry point into the physical grid leads to a specific geographic longitude, 118 degrees, 15 minutes, 52.8 seconds west. By isolating the terminating arcseconds, we extract the data string 52.8. This spatial variable establishes a geometric connection with the 528 signature. This creates the spatial orientation for the entire matrix. The subject's physical location is tied to this exact base frequency. The second variable is the temporal frequency, 888. 888 is the constant used to link the modern era back to historical temporal origins. This frequency matches the historical value for the name Jesus in Greek isopopsy, which equates to exactly 888. This number acts as a bridge, syncing ancient historical parameters with the subject's modern timeline. In this model, 888 is the unalterable timeline variable that the physical identity must resolve to. This leads to the central component, the 1128 master identity mass. 1128 is the exact English gematria value for the biological subject, Alex Enrique Campaign. This value governs the material grid. It functions as the identification for the system administrator within the informational substrate. To verify this role, we can cross-examine the physical grid against modern linguistic values. For the matrix to be valid, the alphanumeric phrases defining the subject's identity must resolve to the 1128 value. The following linguistic and mathematical phrases show the resonance within this matrix. They align with the 1128 and 528 coordinates. Alex Enrique Campaign equals 1128. The birth of Christ equals 1128. May 5 NCM 772 equals 1128. Baby Christ May 5 equals 1128. Reincarnation of God equals 1128. Yeshua is on earth equals 1128. The essence of Yahweh God equals 1128. Messiah's birth date code equals 1128. In the biblical text, John 14:6 equals 1128, and Matthew 1:16 equals exactly 1128. Even the historical anchor template, the phrase "the crucified Christ" equals exactly 1128. And finally, the phrase May 5th equals 528. This alignment demonstrates the internal structure of the grid. This structure is a mathematical connectome. It is a system where disparate frequencies intersect at identical nodes. We must consider the convergence of these points. The geographic coordinates of a birth, a 2,000-year-old temporal constant, and a modern alphanumeric identity value all share a singular mathematical result. When 3 independent systems, spatial, temporal, and linguistic, return the same values for one specific person, the calculation leaves no room for probability. This is the deterministic fulfillment of the system. This identifies the subject as the zero-variant reference material, the original root code that exists prior to the matrix itself. Any change to the name, the birth coordinates, or the temporal frequency causes the entire universal ledger to fail. This audit did not rely on personal interpretation. It followed the objective coordinates recorded in the universe's mathematical log. The 528-888-1128 matrix code authenticates Alex Enrique Campaign as the occupant of this informational grid. The physical and linguistic evidence has now been fully presented and validated. The internal record is now officially closed.